Hello, Stuart here at HobbyKing. Today's daily, very important, very grand daily. We have a release daily because the next model from Durafly in the Retro series is here. It's available today. Please check it out. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it right now. And it is, of course, our Retro series Junior. Now, to look at it, you would be forgiven for thinking that it is in fact built-up balsa. It's not. It is EPO, our good friend EPO. It has simulated built-up construction, faux construction throughout, because it's very much meant to emulate vintage and free flight models of old, being that it's in the Retro series. Now, spec-wise, it's 1100mm. It runs on a 3S LiPo, but this is going to be using a 1300 3S LiPo. Has a 20 amp speed controller. It has our Turnigy DTS 1000 kV bell type brushless outrunner. It's a 8x6 prop, and it has 4 servos because although it is a vintage style old timer design model, it does have ailerons, but then of course it also has rudder and elevator as well. And when I say 4 servos, I mean because if I turn it over, you'll see 2 in the wing. Now I'll come back to those in just a minute and talk about how this flies. But the model itself, it is plug and fly format. It goes together exceptionally easily, like really, really easily. Let me just see if I can give you an example of that. Here's the instruction manual that comes with it. You will see it's a very well illustrated instruction manual. Just literally a few steps. Basically they consist of, I'll talk you through it now, joining the wings together, because this is a 2-part wing that joins nicely in the middle with nylon wing bolts, so it can be either separated for transportation, or as the model is relatively small, it can be transported in one piece. The tail plane just screws on, both the horizontal and vertical tail plane. They just screw on, so no glue required for this model in its standard configuration at all. So, to reiterate, just bolt the wings on, bolt the tail on, bolt the undercarriage on, set up the model, charge your battery, fit your receiver, because this is plug and fly, and you're ready to go. But before you do take a moment just to admire how sweet this thing is. It really is very, very charming. In every way, it has the essence of a vintage or free flight type model. It's got the big bouncy tyres raked forward. It's got the dummy diesel cylinder head sticking right out the top here. Included in here, I don't think I've got any to show you, but included in the box are some rubber bands as well, because again, like the basic 2 or 3 channel early RC models on which this is based, they would have used rubber bands to keep the wing on. And keeping along the lines of authenticity, we have included some rubber bands for you. They are just aesthetic though. You will see to the side here the rubber band post for mounting those, but as I said before, it does use nylon wing bolts, all very modern and up to date in terms of its construction and its material. The only thing that looks old about this is its look. It looks stunning, and I know I keep saying that, but it's a real charmer. Now, a few more details just before I put this one down. It's got a very nicely molded plastic cowl. The undercarriage is pre-assembled. You do just need to screw that on. It also had this very nice, good quality plastic glazing effect around the cabin there. Again, all these small details go to make a very nice and very unusual subject matter and model. So I've put this one down. I just want to show you. You can see the box there for it. Relatively small box, which means it will be cheap to ship, which is good news all round. And of course, being a Durafly model, this is available in all warehouses right now, with spare parts available as well in most warehouses. The UK will have spare parts in just about a week's time. Everywhere else has them already. Now, I just want to take this part. This is the fuselage as it comes out of the box. You will just need to fit the supplied 8x6 propeller, as I said. You can see the servo leads here for the wing servos, and then you've got the elevator and rudder servo there as well. Again, very, very nice plastic, beautiful finish on this throughout. And if I turn it over, give us an opportunity to show you the battery hatch. So the 1300 milliamp hour 3S that I mentioned goes in just in here. You've got your leads there for the servos, of course. The receiver, 6-channel orange receiver, for example, would fit in just behind here. There is an opening, again, all detailed in the instruction manual. And the 20 amp speed controller, of course, has an XT60 plug already pre-installed, ready to go. So just pop that back on there. Now, when you do go, I put that down, you will really enjoy yourself because it's got a very low current draw and it flies exceptionally well. And I mentioned the current draw because that relates to flight times. we've been getting on average 20 or so minutes of flight times on the recommended Freesail 1300, simply because it doesn't need that much throttle to fly. Traditionally, these types of models always flew very slowly, and the Junior flies impeccably well at slow speeds. It's great for touch and goes or lazy flybys, and it handles those slow speeds exceptionally well. Now, if you do want to open up the throttle, as you'll see in the product video, it does have some power for some mild aerobatics. It does have ailerons, as I mentioned, but it's got quite a bit of dihedral, so the ailerons are really only there for, think of them as like a safety barrier. The real pleasure with the Junior here comes out of coordinated rudder and elevator turns alone. In fact, once you get used to it, I found for myself, I was just unplugging the ailerons altogether and plugging the rudder into the aileron channel, so kind of cheating a bit there, but it handles it very, very well, and you will love the way it flies. One final point, you will see in the box a small piece of lead supplied. We didn't install this directly in the model because we wanted to give you guys that choice. I personally don't like flying with this small piece of lead. I prefer it a little bit tow heavy, but if you wish to add the lead, it's very easily done. You just need to unscrew the cowl and glue that piece of lead just underneath the motor there securely. And for those who wish to fly a little bit nose heavy, there you go, easy job, and it's done. So that is the new Retro Series Junior. It is available right now. There is stock in all warehouses and spare parts in virtually all warehouses. UK will have stock of spare parts very, very soon. Check out the product video, see it flying. You will very much like this model. It's a real charmer. You'll fall in love with it. If you've seen models like this before in the past and always wanted to try one, but perhaps not had the time or the skill to build one, well, this is for you. If you used to build these in the past but now don't have the time or the inclination to build, this is also for you. Or if you're looking for just an amazing looking, classic, sassy looking kind of model, then the Junior is for you. So check it out now. It's on the new items page. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.